Lovely viewers, get ready because what I'm about to share will leave you speechless, emotional, and completely hooked until the very last word. Today, the world of Korean entertainment is buzzing like never before because Joong, the man who has captivated millions with his talent and charm, just made an emotional confession that no one saw coming. Yes, you heard that right. Joong has finally opened up in a way that has sent shockwaves across the entire fan community, and his words are echoing everywhere. She was my only love. Those words alone are enough to make hearts stop and minds race. And trust me, fans are reacting in ways you can't even imagine. Picture this. A star who has always kept his emotions guarded, who has faced countless rumors, breakups, and heartbreak, suddenly deciding to bare his soul in front of the world. What could have triggered such a heartfelt confession? Why now? And more importantly, who exactly was this confession about? The moment those words dropped, fans flooded social media with questions, theories, and yes, tears. Some are calling it the most vulnerable side of Joong we've ever seen. Others are wondering if this is his way of holding on to the love story that defined an entire generation of drama fans. So let's take you right into that moment. Imagine Joong sitting in an intimate setting, maybe during a candid interview or a live event. His tone softens, his eyes glisten with emotions he's been holding back for years, and then he says it. She was my only love. The room falls silent, the audience gasps, and suddenly the internet explodes. Fans who have followed his journey from the start know that he rarely speaks about his personal life, and when he does, it's usually measured, careful, and guarded. But this time there were no barriers, no masks. Just raw honesty. Now, the big question on everyone's mind is, who is she? Could it be someone from his past? Could it be the person he once promised forever to? Or is he referring to someone who still holds a piece of his heart despite the years, the changes, and the scandals? Fans immediately connected the dots and began revisiting old interviews, photos, and moments that once made headlines. And of course, one name dominated every discussion. Song Hye-kyo. Yes, the woman with whom he shared not just a drama that broke records, but also a real-life love story that once felt like a fairy tale. A love story that fans believed would last forever. Until it didn't. What makes this even more emotional is the timing. Why would Joong choose this moment to pour his heart out? Could it be nostalgia? Could it be a sign that despite everything, some love stories never really end? Fans are sharing heartfelt posts saying they knew all along that their connection was too deep to simply vanish. Some even believe this confession is his way of letting the world know that no matter where life takes him, there was only one person who truly owned his heart. And let me tell you, the reactions have been intense. Hashtags trending, fan edits flooding TikTok, and countless comments filled with heartbreak and hope. What's even more intriguing is how carefully he chose his words. He didn't say, one of my loves. He didn't say, someone I loved. He said, she was my only love. That's powerful because it means he's acknowledging that out of everything, out of every relationship, every encounter, there was only one that defined love for him. And fans are asking, could this be a hint of regret? Could it be his way of saying that he never truly moved on? Or is this his final goodbye? A way to close a chapter with honesty before starting a new one? Now let's make this interactive. Lovely viewers, what do you think? Do you believe Joong still holds feelings for the woman he once called his wife? Do you think this confession was meant for the fans, or was it a message meant for her? Someone who would understand without him having to say her name? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this is the conversation everyone is having right now. And let's be honest, deep down, a lot of fans are secretly wishing this could lead to a reunion, a second chance at the love story that once gave us all butterflies. But here's something even more interesting. Industry insiders are whispering that this might not be the last we hear from Joong on this topic. Some reports claim that he has been more reflective lately, opening up to close friends about the things he wishes he could change and the love he wishes he could protect. Does that mean there's still a part of him that wants to make amends? Or is it simply him acknowledging that no matter what, that chapter was the most beautiful one in his life? Either way, it's rare for a star of his stature to be this open, and that's why fans are so emotional about it. The confession has already inspired countless fan discussions, theories, and even emotional letters online, with people saying things like, "True love never fades," and "He finally said what we've always believed." Some even believe this could spark something unexpected, a possible reunion, or at least a conversation between two people who once shared everything. But whether that happens or not, one thing is clear. Song Joong-ki has reminded the world that love, real love, leaves an imprint that even fame, distance, or time can never erase. So, lovely viewers, I want to hear from you. What does this confession mean to you? Do you think it was about Song Hye-kyo, or could there be someone else we don't know about? Do you believe love like this can come back, or do you think it's a bittersweet memory he'll carry forever? Let's get the comments section buzzing with your thoughts, your feelings, and your hopes. And if you were shocked when you first heard this confession, you are not alone. Millions around the world felt the same way. Before I wrap this up, let me just say this. Moments like these remind us that behind the glitz and glamour, celebrities are human too. They feel deeply, they hurt, they love, and sometimes they can't help but let the world see that vulnerability. And for fans, it's these rare glimpses of honesty that make us fall in love with them all over again. It's a moment that has shaken the entire fan community to its core. When Song Joong-ki said, "She was my only love," he didn't just make a statement. He opened a floodgate of emotions, memories, and questions that no one can stop talking about. And trust me, the layers behind this confession are far more complex and heartfelt than they appear on the surface. Think about it for a second. Why now? Why did he choose this exact moment in his life to voice something so raw and vulnerable? Some fans believe it's because he's reached a point where he no longer wants to hide behind walls. After years of being private, dealing with the constant scrutiny of fame, and carrying the weight of unspoken emotions, maybe this was his way of freeing himself from silence. Others believe it could be tied to something more personal, perhaps a milestone in his life, an event that triggered nostalgia, or even a conversation that stirred up old feelings. Whatever the reason, the fact remains. This wasn't said casually. It came from a place of truth, a place where memories live forever. And speaking of memories, fans are flooding social media with throwbacks. Iconic moments of Joong-ki and Song Hye-kyo that once melted hearts worldwide. Clips from press conferences where he couldn't stop looking at her. Interviews where his smile said more than words ever could. And behind-the-scenes footage from Descendants of the Sun that felt like a love story even off-screen. People are saying, "Look at his eyes back then, and look at his words now, it all connects." Do you agree, lovely viewers? Because honestly, it's hard not to feel a pang of nostalgia when you see how genuine and pure their connection once was. But let's talk about the fan reactions for a moment, because they're absolutely explosive. Hashtags like #SheWasMyOnlyLove and #SongJoongKiConfession are trending globally. Fans are pouring their hearts out in comment sections, writing things like, "True love never dies," and "This is proof that what they had was real." Some are even tagging Song Hye-kyo, urging her to respond. And that's where things get even more interesting. Will she? Should she? Or will she let this moment pass in silence? 'Cause you know what they say, silence speaks volumes. If she stays quiet, people will read into it. If she says something, the internet might just break. And here's another angle. Industry insiders claim Joong-ki didn't plan this. It wasn't scripted, it wasn't staged. It just happened in the heat of the moment. A slip of honesty that no PR team could control. That makes it even more powerful, don't you think? Because when something comes from the heart like that, without filters, without strategy, it means it's real. And real moments are rare in this industry. Now let's make this interactive again, because I need your voices in this. Lovely viewers, what do you think Song Hye-kyo is feeling right now? Do you think she saw this confession? Do you think she sat in silence, tears welling up, remembering everything they shared? Or do you think she's moved on completely, unaffected by these words? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because your perspective matters in this conversation. This isn't just celebrity gossip. This is about love, loss, and the reality of human emotions in a world that often feels scripted. And here's something else fans are buzzing about. Could this be the start of something? Could this confession open a door for reconciliation? Because let's be real, second chances happen all the time. In fact, some fans believe this is his way of saying, If I could turn back time, I would. Imagine if they met again, maybe accidentally, maybe intentionally, and all those old feelings came rushing back. Would you want that to happen, lovely viewers? Or do you think some love stories are better left in the past? Tell me in the comments. I'm dying to know your thoughts. But wait, there's more. Rumors are already flying that Joong might address this again in an upcoming interview. Could he clarify what he meant? Or will he let the world keep guessing? If he does speak again, you know I'll be here to break it down for you, every detail, every nuance, every hidden message. Because when someone like Joong speaks from the heart, the world listens. And we're not done listening, not by a long shot. Lovely viewers, let's pause for a second and really feel this. Imagine being in his shoes, living under the spotlight, trying to move on, trying to build a new life, and yet one person, one love, remains etched in your soul so deeply that years later, in a moment of vulnerability, the truth slips out. She was my only love. That's not just a confession. That's a legacy of love. And if you're sitting there wondering what this means for the future, oh, we have so much more to uncover. Could this spark a wave of emotional interviews? Could it lead to unexpected collaborations? Could it inspire a drama that mirrors real life? Fans are already speculating, writing fanfics, creating videos, and manifesting reunions. Get comfortable because what I'm about to share will make you feel every emotion: love, nostalgia, heartbreak, and maybe even hope. So here we are, still talking about those 5 words that shook the entire entertainment industry. She was my only love. I keep replaying that moment in my head. Joong sitting there, looking so calm on the outside, but you could tell from his voice that it carried the weight of 1,000 unsaid things. Lovely viewers, doesn't it make you wonder what was running through his mind just before he said it? Do you think he hesitated? Do you think he knew the storm it would create? Because the truth is, these words weren't just spoken, they were felt. They came from a place deep inside him. A place that fame, time, and even heartbreak couldn't erase. And here's what makes it even more fascinating. Right after he said it, there was this pause. That silence spoke louder than anything else because everyone in that room knew they had just witnessed something real. No script, no PR spin. Just raw, unfiltered truth. Fans who were there said they could feel the energy shift. It wasn't just a confession. It was a moment of honesty that the whole world is still talking about. Now, here's the thing. After that interview ended, reports started surfacing that Joong looked emotional backstage. Some insiders claim he sat quietly for a long time, almost as if he was processing what had just happened. Can you imagine being in that moment, lovely viewers? Saying something that powerful and then realizing the world is going to dissect every word, every tone, every glance. And yet, despite knowing all that, he didn't take it back. He didn't issue a statement saying it was a misunderstanding. That tells us something. It means he meant it. And speaking of meaning, who do you think those words were for? We talked about Song Hye-kyo before, and let's be honest. Her name is everywhere right now. Every headline, every trending topic, every fan theory points back to her. People are digging up old interviews, reading between the lines, connecting dots that maybe were always there. Remember when Joong once said in an interview years ago that he values honesty in love more than anything else? Well, lovely viewers, wasn't this the ultimate act of honesty? Now let's talk about the impact because, oh my goodness, the reaction has been overwhelming. Social media is on fire. There are fan edits with emotional music, comments filled with tears and broken hearts, and even people writing open letters to Joong saying things like, "Thank you for showing us that true love never dies." Fans are even tagging Hye-kyo, begging her to respond. But here's the twist. So far she hasn't said a word. Not a single word. And that silence. Oh, it's louder than any response. Because what does silence mean in a situation like this? Is it indifference? Is it pain? Is it her way of protecting herself from reopening old wounds? Lovely viewers, what do you think? If you were in her shoes, would you respond or stay quiet? Tell me in the comments because this is where it gets real. And let me share something even more shocking. There are whispers, just whispers, that someone close to Joong revealed that he's been more emotional lately because of some big changes in his personal life. Could that be why he finally spoke out? Could it be that he's been reflecting on everything? His choices, his regrets, his happiness, and he realized that one love still stands above the rest? Imagine carrying that truth inside you for years and then finally letting it slip in a moment of vulnerability. That's not just confession, lovely viewers. That's closure. Or maybe the beginning of something new. Here's where I need your opinion again, because this is what makes our community so special. Do you think love like this deserves a second chance? Do you believe in second chances at all? If two people were once deeply in love but life pulled them apart, should they try again if fate gives them an opening? Or is it better to leave the past in the past and cherish the memories without reopening old wounds? Drop your answers below, because I'm dying to know where you stand on this. And speaking of fate, there's another layer to this story that fans are buzzing about. Some eagle-eyed fans noticed that just a few days before this confession, Song Hye-kyo posted something on social media. A simple photo of a sunset with a caption, "Some things never change." Lovely viewers, do you think that's a coincidence? Or was it her way of saying something without actually saying it? Because if you believe in signs, this one feels huge. Fans are calling it a connection, a sign that maybe she feels the same, even if she can't say it out loud. What do you think? Coincidence or message? Tell me below. I'm reading all your thoughts. But that's not all. Some industry insiders claim that both Joong and Hye-kyo will be attending the same high-profile event in the coming weeks. Can you imagine the tension if they meet face to face after this confession? Cameras flashing, fans holding their breath, the world waiting to see if they smile, if they talk, if they avoid each other. That moment could break the internet. And you know I'll be here to bring you every single detail when it happens. Lovely viewers, I want to hear your theories. Do you think Joong-ki's confession was meant for her to hear? Do you think this is the beginning of something we never thought we'd see again? Or do you think it's just him expressing what was in his heart without expecting anything in return? Let's make the comments section a safe space for all your thoughts, hopes, and dreams, because this isn't just news anymore. It's an emotional roller coaster, and we're all on it together.